What's going on? I forgot to start the camera. That's a terrible way to start it. What's going on, guys? It is Wraith. I am back. I am here tonight with our long-awaited Ork review. Now, these figures came out years and years ago, but we haven't gotten any new ones since then, so we're going to review these. I wanted actually to buy the entire set and have them all here ready for your guys' review, but these things are freaking expensive on the aftermarket, dude. This Squig Hog knob on Smash a Squig was 125 bucks from where'd I buy it? BBTS. So yeah, he was a little expensive, but I picked him up because I definitely did want him. The only problem was the other two figures, which are here. I think I got those for, I think, 30 bucks or 25 a piece from DG, who hooked me up in our Discord. By the way, guys, we have a Discord WraithMace. If you guys want to be a part of it, all you gotta do is follow me here or subscribe to me here on YouTube, subscribe to me on Instagram, or message me directly on Discord saying you want to be part of the coolest Discord around. So, but yeah, like I said, I got these two other general figures, or the general standard Orks, from DG in our Discord chat. Again, I paid like 25 bucks. If I wanted to buy them from BBTS, I think I would have paid like 45 or 50 bucks, definitely almost double. And then some of the other Orks are going for like 75, 80 bucks. One of them going for the same price, if not more money, than the Squig Hog. So yeah, I mean, I figured the Squig Hog, I was like, you know, I'll bite the bullet on that. It's a larger vehicle figure animal. So I was like, you know what, let me see. And I did want to get these in my collection. And hopefully, with Dawn of War 4 coming out very soon, that we'll start to see some more Orks, and especially because we got 11th edition coming out very soon. Hopefully, it feels like a lot of the storyline, the narrative, is going to be around Orks. So hopefully that means JOYTOY will get some more Orks in the line very soon. But we will see. Now, one other thing that came to light today, I'm going to share this. Normally I would wait till Toy Hammer After Dark to show you guys this, but because we're it's like 7 days away, we just did our Toy Hammer After Dark last night. So this was brought to my attention by my awesome mods in my Discord. So we are, let's see this. So this is the Praetor Terminator in cataphract armor. Right now, we saw this a couple weeks ago. On the right is the version that we were sold on pre-orders. Okay, on the left is the updated version of what we're getting. So they took away the paint apps. Looks like they took away the shading. It looks like it's like almost like a pinkish red on the figure. Now, granted, none of the other figures for the White Scars look like this with as much battle damage. So, yeah, I mean, it's very disheartening that this is going to happen. Again, we got the official pictures from JOYTOY that this is going to be what it's going to look like. Now, I pre-purchased this one based upon just how cool the extra shading and the battle damage on this figure looked. So, I don't know. Hopefully, we do wind up getting this figure like this, but I'm not sure. So, but anyway, that's a little bit of news for you guys. Hopefully, we get some new JOYTOY news this week, and we also have Adepticon. I believe it's on Thursday, 8 o'clock. If it is the case, I'm going to live stream the Adepticon if anybody wants to join me on Thursday night. I think if it is at 8 o'clock, because it's in the United States, if it is at 8 o'clock, then I will stream it live. And if you guys want to join me, we will be doing the live stream then, and we'll see what news and what's going on for 11th edition. So, but yeah, so this is our Squig Hog that we got. Let me see who's in the chat, because we got a bunch of people already in here. First person in here was Freaks and Figures. What's going on, dude? Thank you for being with us. And then we got one of my mods, Cyber Rat. What's going on, man? Walkabout Games is here as well. The boy on the squib looks awesome. Yeah, he does. Actually, I'm really excited about that figure. I also have the McFarlane figures, the 3 orcs as well, to show you guys, to do a comparison between those as well. And we got my resident lore master, Jocko Beans, in here to keep me on point or to correct me if I'm wrong about something. So thank you, Jocko. Then we got Double Dillward. He is winning the picture competition right now. He's in first place. He has over 60 likes on his figure pictures. Remember, guys, we have that contest going on that's going to be going on until the end of March. So April 1st is the cutoff date for it. Top 5 pictures with likes are going to be entered into a round robin knock-em-off in the first Toy Hammer After Dark in April. We'll also have Spruce and Studs on that one too. So I have a Smurf Librarian showing up tomorrow for my brother the Librarian to use in our Space Hulk 1/18th games. Oh, dude, I gotta see that, dude. You guys gotta take some video or something and share it with me. Thorzine666 is here. Thorzine, I'm about to unbox my orcs as well while I hang out. I just picked these boys up. Hopefully they are not disappointing. I don't think they will be, so we will see. Let's see. Seeing him brings me back to other Warhammer Online. I remember Warhammer Online, yeah. Yeah, man, these were expensive. Mojo Jojo, what aftermarket means? So it means that what essentially it means is these were in the primary stores, so like where you would get them from the Joy Toy, Cool Toys Club, LT Cave, even Big Bad Toy Store, even Amazon. But what happened now is because they're out of those, aftermarket means like on eBay or like deep on AliExpress, and they're like double, triple, quadruple the price what they originally were. So that's what aftermarket means. Let's see, it means it isn't sold at retailers. That is correct. Correct. Let's see. And we got Neo, and here's what he's waiting for. Yes, the orc figures. I actually bought these because I knew you would really enjoy seeing these too. I think JOYTOY are going to drop some new orcs. Hopefully a new war boss. I hope so, dude. Especially with all the hype around Dawn of War 4 coming out. I hope that's what we'll see. So, just reading through the chat here really quickly, and then we'll jump into the review. I'm going to do, by the way, after the review, I'm going to do a Street Fighter After Dark. If anybody wants to hang out, I'm going to do it at midnight. So I want to play some more Street Fighter and do some more E Honda. If you guys haven't joined me, you're more than welcome to check me out while I play Street Fighter 6. I'm a long-time tournament player. Got back on the horse, having some fun. Not really taking it too seriously, just having fun with the game. So we'll take a ton of pics of the Space Hulk games. We'll post them on our Discord. We are still printing and painting tiles. Ooh, I can't wait, dude. Very cool. So, alright, so let me change the lighting here so we have good, straightforward lighting. So we're not having any weirdness here. So let me change my lighting really quickly, and we're going to jump straight into the review. By the way, guys, last time Toy Hammer After Dark, I introduced that new segment to the show where essentially it's like a little mini version of this, right? 5-10 minute version. Go over what we reviewed last week. We reviewed the Automaton, so this week we'll do that little quick section in the show for the Orks. We'll show the Orks off. So, do you guys like that? Actually, I should have put that. I should put that question in there, but that's fine. But yeah, if you guys like that, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think about that add-on to the show. If that was a good add-on, or if that's something that you guys would, you prefer just to have it here, not have them on Toy Hammer After Dark. Keep that just for the news and stuff. I liked it. I thought it was really fun. So, alright, let's move this to daylight, and my other camera or other light as well. We're gonna swing it where these are nice and bright now. Alright, so we have our Squig Hog here, right? And this was probably the thing I'm most excited about getting. We also got the Comms Boy Waaghs right here. And then we get the Daka Boy Rotbilge. Now, originally when they came out with these figures, they didn't have the greatest of receptions. I think because at that point, we hadn't really gotten the deluge of Space Marine figures, and at that point we'd only gotten, I think, Ultramarines, some Blood Angels, and I think that that's it. Maybe some Imperial Fists. But so a lot of the people were like, well, we want more Space Marines. We don't want these Orks at this point because, you know, we just started getting the line. So I think that's one of the reasons why these Orks were not popular when they originally came out. The other thing too is the fact that these Orks aren't the Orks that you generally think of when you're thinking of Orks from 40k, right? We're thinking of crazy looking dudes who are running around foaming at the mouth, big muscles, crazy looking weapons. This is more of like the stealth force, which is cool, but I feel like this was a mistake to go with these ones first. So, alright, so we're going to jump into Dakaboy Rot Bilge first, and he has a very cool looking, well, I don't know if that's what exactly that's called. Let me see on the back. I'm sure that that Jacko can help me out here. But these came from DG. So thank you, DG, for helping me out, sir. So we get this. These are, dude, they're still brand new. Still brand new. I bring the camera in even closer, and we'll do a comparison between some of the standard Space Marine figures also in power armor. And we got some of our Death Guard figures, because I know Neo is a huge Ork fan and a Death Guard fan. So, of course, we had to get them both in here for him to do a comparison with. So this should be pretty fun. Again, these are older figures. That is the one thing to remember. These are very old figures in comparison to the JOYTOY line. Now, what's good about this is some of the older figures had very loose joints on them. These guys don't. Now, one of the things I will say is the sculpt on this is totally broken up on the elbow when he moves his elbow. At this point, JOYTOY hadn't figured out how to add extra pieces here, so we don't have a Swiss cheese arm whenever he is stretching his arm. But I will say the articulation is really tight on these figures. Everything. One of the cool things with these two is the fact that they have so much extra paint on them compared to our modern type of figures. So this is Rot Bilge here. Again, he has a backpack. Fits right into the back. A little tiny bit loose, but not bad. He's got, I guess this is supposed to be a sleeping bag. He's got some explosives. He's got a little club on him. This does not come off, though. It doesn't look like it. Looks like it's attached on a little hoop there, but it doesn't look like it comes off. And then he's got a little beanie on his head. I will say the sculpt is really cool, and these feel very solid. They don't feel like there's nothing to them. So that is really nice. I do like that. And I was actually looking at the box before. I love the spikes on the boots. Dude, the boots are all sculpted out. We got toe articulation on the feet, so that's cool. And the pants are sculpted out again. And we get the jacket. You can see how far his arms go down. They're almost going down to his ankles. Dude, that is some crazy wingspan. Now, he can't get his arms out completely out to the sides, but he has one hell of a wingspan. If he was playing in the NBA, he definitely would be drafted, and his wingspan would be more than double the size of what he actually is. So very cool. I like his backpack. Everything about him is good. Face sculpt is solid on the figure as well. Very cool. Head moves around 360, no problems. A little bit of a head tilt. But again, I think, like I said before, one of the problems with these figures was the fact that when you think of Orks, this is not really what you're thinking of. You're thinking of shirtless, crazy, muscular, insane-looking Orks with ridiculous-looking weapons. These guys are much more subdued. Doesn't mean they're not cool. It just means I feel like they didn't know their audience when they were releasing these. Now, this is freaking amazing looking, dude. One of the best, even early, dude. This is so cool. Look at the size of that drum mag on there. He has 3 barrels. Of course he does. He's an Ork. 3 barrels for his machine gun, essentially. Nothing opens up. This doesn't come off. So I don't think it does. Now, doesn't look like the drum mag comes off of his shooter here, but it looks cool. Again, good paint on it. Again, these early figures, you're going to have a lot of paint, and you're going to have it painted well, especially any kind of extra dry brushing or shading on the figure as well. And then we get his massive knife that he comes with, and this doesn't disappoint. We got some nice shading on that blade there. The handle is a nice Orks red. We got some nice sculpt work in here as well. The chipped blade on the edge there. He probably tried to hit an Ultramarine in the head. Unfortunately, the Ultramarine did not have a helmet on, but because their heads are so hard, he chipped his knife anyway. There you go. What do you got to say about the Smurfs? They got some hard-headed guys. But this looks good. I like the way that this knife looks. Very cool. Very cool. So he only comes with 2 accessories. Comes with the knife and the gun, which is fine. You know me, I'm not a huge fan of having a billion type of accessories. The knife fits nicely on his backpack. Doesn't come with any extra sets of hands either. And then the gun will just go, let's see. So pistol grip is going to be on his left hand. So he's a lefty. And then the gripping hand is going to be on the right. Now, what is a pain? Oh, I can already feel it, dude. What is a pain with these figures is the fact that these hands are an unbelievable pain in the ass. I'm hoping, because they're so much bigger, that they're going to be able to be easily moved enough to get the figure weapon in his hand. So, Moto Jojo, can't wait for Dawn of War 4. Seems a long time ago. Since 2004 Dawn of War. Yeah, it's a long time. Tried playing the remastered edition, and Neo knows I couldn't handle the UI and the way that the controls of the game absolutely killed me. I'm so used to modern game controls at this point. So, Jacko Beans, I'm happy either way. Chatting here with everybody. Oh, cool. Thank you, Jacko. Foamy at the... That's right. That's the Orks. The sculpts are a little too cartoony, but their lore is so awesome. I'll take what I can get. Gorilla I think he is dope. Yeah, he does have Wemby wingspan, dude. 7'6", 7'7". That dude's still growing, I think, too, right? What is up, DG? You're looking at your figure on the stand. He looks like he belongs in that Mezco line of anthropomorphic criminals fighting Gomez, probably. Rock solid plastic. I hate those hands too. Yeah, dude, that is gonna be an unbelievable pain in the ass when I try to get his shooter in his hands here. His beanie hat, yeah. So, all right, so let's try and get this in his hand. So it's gonna be the left hand is his pistol grip hand, and his right hand. Dude, these fingers don't want to move, man. Oh my god, I forgot how much. Oh, man, God damn, dude. And he has a little piece here that I don't want to break off. The one good thing is once these get in... Oh, thank God. They're wide enough. They're not as bad as the Space Marine hands. And I just broke the piece off. I just broke the piece off. Where did it go? I can glue that back on. Here it is. I broke the little orc piece off. I'll glue this back on. But that's how tight those hands are, dude. Oh my god, these hands are insane. To borrow Carlos's famous wording, insane, man. But he looks good. Again, I will just glue this little piece on the bottom back onto his gun. Or maybe I'll keep it off at this point, to be honest with you. This shit's always going to fall off anytime I try to change him out with his gun. That was a... not a great spot to put that little piece on there. But he looks awesome. Again, not the Orks, not my Orks, right? But I think this is still a very cool looking figure. Construction on it is great. Yeah, feels super tight. I'll be honest with you, I was expecting these figures to not be as hefty as they are, and to be much more loose in comparison. The thing that stands out as the biggest negative on this figure is the elbows, because at this point JOYTOY hadn't learned to add extra pieces in here to fill up the gap on here and here. So he has these massive gaps on his arms. This one not so bad, but when the other arm is extended like this, trying to grip as close you're going to see the huge gaps that's in there. So, all right, there's Rot Bilge. Again, cool figure. I think it's solid. I'm happy to have it as part of my collection. So, all right, we'll throw him to the side, and we're going to open up our next one. We got one stand also with this as well. All right. Let me put this back. Orc commandos are generally serious killers, so having the derpy look on them doesn't suit as well. Yeah, it's weird. They're a pain. You can just slide it in. Oh, no. It's okay, dude. If I really want that little thing to be on the bottom of the gun, I can. It is definitely a battle-worn Daka now. If enough of us believe his hand will automatically fix itself, it will be. He just broke it, smacking a garrote over the head, definitely. Why was he that stuff would break anyway, from a lore perspective. That would not last that long for an orc. I don't care if it's a sneaky boy or not. He is not going to keep that together in one piece. So, all right. So next one is going to be our comms boy, Waaagh. And again, we're going to be looking at the same thing, and these are the older type of figures. So, again, they're going to be, I would assume that's going to be the same thing with the gap in that arm. That's a little disappointing, but if that's the biggest thing, then it is what it is. It's disappointing how these are the only orcs from JOYTOY they chose badly. It probably didn't sell well, because that's not what orc fans want, and that means probably won't be proper orcs. Yeah, I agree with you. I was talking about that before, Gravito, that I feel like they just didn't know their audience, right? That's the biggest problem I feel like with these orcs, is the fact that JOYTOY didn't know their audience when they came out with these, or if GW was the one who decided what figures they were going to come out with, I feel like they made a mistake as well. Like, they didn't realize the audience of their orc fans, or really Warhammer 40k fans in general. Like, I'm not a huge orc fan, but even I am like, why are we not getting crazy looking orcs? Like, that's what the orcs are. So, unfortunately, yeah, we didn't get that, but hopefully in the future, especially with Dawn of War 4, we'll get more. So, they ought to have started with some wild chopper boys with the knob. That would be awesome, dude. That would be really cool. If we wanted Humies, we would get Humies. Exactly. I think they'll do better with the next round of orcs. I think so too, especially with Dawn of War 4 coming, and so much hype around that. As well as I think the narrative for 11th edition is going to have to do more with the orcs and Armageddon and stuff like that. So we'll see. But anyway, here's our next orc commandos. This is our comms boy, Waaagh. And again, we can see on the back what he's coming with. He comes with, I don't think that's a gun. Is that a gun? Is that a sonic gun? Or what is that he comes with? We'll see here in a second. Maybe our resident orc expert, Neo, can relate to me. What kind of a gun is that? Is that an energy effect gun? Or what the hell is that? Because it doesn't say anywhere on the box. Or is that just him shooting out? It says he's a comms boy, right? And I can see the comm on his head in the box. But I don't really see... I don't understand what the weapon is. Is it an electric weapon? Is he shooting electricity at guys? Is that what this is? They have crazy looking weapons, so I would assume it's something like that. Alright, so here we go, pulling him out of the box. Again, looking at him, he looks really good. It's just, again, the articulation is nice and tight on all of these figures, dude. All of these figures. And let me see if it has, you know what, because he doesn't have the jacket on, the gappage in the elbow isn't as severe, because when we had the other one, he has this big arms. You can see a huge gap on the arm there comparatively. He doesn't have, because he doesn't have that jacket, it's not as bad. So, all right, here he is with his. He only comes with two accessories, and that is fine by me. He comes with his backpack. Again, this is going to be a different sculpt from Rot Bilge that we had before. It fits right on his back. It does fit in, not super snug, but snug enough. I might glue these onto the back, because you guys know I hate when backpacks fall off. He's got some rope on his side. This is some... this is some very strong, thick rope that's not moving. So I like the bullets that are hanging from his web gear. That's pretty cool. He's got the orc sign on his shirt. And good sculpts. I like the spats that are going down. Or is that part of his boots? Looks like spats that are on the bottom of his feet into his boots. Extra points to you guys in the chats if you know what spats are. But he looks good. Again, great sculpt. 360 on the head. Little bit of movement left and right. He's on a ball peg. So the head is nice. His little short legs can get out and kind of do a split. And he's got that. Wow, he's got some great. Look at that. That's like, that's more than 90. He can touch his shoulder, right? I can't even, as a human, I can't go that flat. So that is some incredible. This one doesn't do that, but this one sure as shit does. Maybe I have to move this out a little bit. I think if I do it like that, I can get it. It's close, but it's cool. He's cool looking. I'll give him that. All right, so let's grab his weapon. And again, he's got the comms helm. His backpack isn't really comms. I guess it's just because he has the comms piece on his helm. That's what they're saying the comms is for with this particular figure. So, oh, here's the piece from Rot Build. So we'll put this on the side. But here's his weapon. He's got some electrical tape round around the cables, and this looks cool. I'm always a fan when they have realistic looking cable going from the, looks like this is an electricity power pack. So shooting, definitely shooting. He's got copper ringed cabling on here, so it's definitely electricity that he's shooting from this. So he has an electrified shooter here, and then I'm guessing this goes on his backpack. Yes, it does. So it goes right here. And then, where's his pistol grip hand? God damn it, he doesn't have... Look at the grip on this. Realistically, I mean, well, actually, I'll probably... Thank God it doesn't have any extra pieces on here. I'm surprised he doesn't come with a pistol grip hand, though, to be honest with you. But then again, orcs don't need pistol grip hands. They just fire away at whatever. But this looks cool. Again, crazy looking weapon. Pretty cool. The articulation is solid on it. It's definitely a solid figure. These hands are absolutely a nightmare. I was trying to think maybe I can throw the wire, the cable into it, but look at his hands, dude. Oh my God, I can already feel his nails digging into my finger, trying to get these. I'm not even going to try it. I'm not even going to try it because I'm going to hurt my finger. But this, I'm going to have to heat this up because I want to get him holding the cable just like on the back of the box for it. So here is our two orcs, our two orc boy commandos. So this is Rot Bilge and Waaagh. Pretty cool. I'm glad that I have them. We'll do a quick size comparison to a standard Space Marine. Now, at the time, this is a little bit bigger than what a standard Space Marine was. A tiny, tiny bit bigger. So here we go. There's a Grey Knight. Of course we have to have the Grey Knights, and especially we have to have me. We have to show you guys me as we're looking at these figures. Only makes sense. So there is the size of a Space Marine to an Orc in power armor. So you guys tell me, does this look accurate as far as how the... Let me get this back into focus. Does this look accurate as far as how this looks for these figures? Let me get this down. Maybe that's why it's having a problem focusing. So size-wise, are these orcs in comparison to like a Space Marine in power armor? Or should the standard size orcs be bigger here? Right? I'd be interested to hear, especially from you, Neo, what you guys think about the size of these orcs compared to a standard Space Marine. So there we go. There we have our Space Marine, our Grey Knight standard Space Marine there as well. So, all right. So those were our two orcs, and we'll do some more size comparisons in a little bit here too, because I have the Death Guard. I also have the McFarlane orcs as well to do a comparison. too. I got those a couple of years ago on a Black Friday sale. Not the same time I got my whole mess of Tyranids, but I got them for pretty cheap, which was nice. So, all right, so let's bring this back out. We're gonna do the star of the show, the Squighog knob on Smash a Squig. So again, this was the most expensive one of the bunch by far. This was $125 from Big Bad Toy Store. I think they're sold out of them now. I had this on my mind for a very long time, looking to get it cheaper, but unfortunately, I was never able to find it cheaper. This is heavy. This is definitely heavy, and this Squighog has a stand, a flight stand attached to him, because I'm gonna guess he's so front heavy. They really should have balanced the back of this. I can already tell just from looking at this how, like, it's just, I'm telling you, this is going to be overbalanced from the front of the figure. 100% from the front of the Squighog. So, or the Smash a Squig. Smash a Squig. So, alright, so we're going to get to it. The figure looks great. I don't think we're going to have a problem with extra gappage on the elbow, because he has a mechanical elbow on there. So this is obviously a brand new one. Let's open this bad boy up. And again, this is an old JOYTOY figure. Well, old in relative terms. I guess this is about 6-7 years old. Six. Oh my god, actually this thing's freaking huge. Holy crap. Wow, this is really big. This is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. I don't know why I thought it was going to be smaller. Because I've seen this in the box before, so I'm surprised. Let's see, my chat is not refreshing, so let's go back to here. There we go. Spats are what rich dudes from 1890s New York wear, or the Three Stooges. That's what I'm saying. It looks like the Spats, man. It definitely looks like a Spats. Let's see. I think we should have done a couple knobs to start. I agree. Orks that pretend to be humies are fun, but not as the first orc release. It's something to come way down the line. I agree. I 100% agree. Scrooge McDuck comes to mind. Maybe he uses that versus the ECs when they rock out with some sonic cannons that Orks counter with that blasting electric disco. Noise Marine explodes from shame. Yes, pistol grip hands are for humies. That's why dude, the hands in these things are absolutely killer. And killer in the fact that they're killing my fingers trying to get anything in there. Could be the older and more combat sees, the bigger the orc gets. Looks fine for boy size wise. Hopefully knob is bigger. I'm gonna guess, yeah, it is a big squig. I got the 3 McFarlane orcs showing up in a few days. They're all 40% off. I'll show you those in just a minute too, once we finish up the squig here. That's the only proper orc of the bunch. It is on. Oh, is it still on BBTS? Oh, you got the McFarlane orcs from BBTS. Okay. So, all right. So big squig. Let's bust him out of his plastic prison. Yeah, this the orc looks bigger too. I don't know if that's just because it's in the box or not. Aha! We got tape, so you know what that means. I'm going to start playing something. I'm going to start getting like cut over every time I get to use my zombie blade knife. This thing is awesome, dude. I bought another zombie blade that's going out of... normally they put these out to pasture after a while and they'll make new ones. So I have another new zombie blade coming in the future. I love these knives. These are super, super high quality. They're just absolutely awesome. My fist dagger here. We'll put this on the side. I'm gonna open up. He is huge, man. Holy crap, man. Yeah, like I said, the only thing I'm worried about with this Squighog, or the squig, is the fact that in the pictures it's all showing him with a he has a flight stand holding him up, man. I don't know if that's a bad sign or what, so we will see. Alright, so first is the orc, who looks cool. And what kind of a pelt is that on there? I don't know what kind of a pelt that's supposed to be. But he doesn't, I don't think he's going to have the gappage issues, really. A little bit. It looks so weird, dude. His elbow is just like hanging out there, dude. Look at that. It's it's like his elbow is just a piece of skin that's attached to his arm. So definitely a little bit of an issue. But the other arm is a mechanical arm. So Iron Hands fans, you guys would be proud. So he has no problems, no gappage with his elbow. He's got a proper pistol grip hand as well. And he's got a pipe attached to the back of him, which is cool. I'll get the squig out of here for now. And then, yeah, so I like the sculpt on the figure. He's got this huge earring in his ear. These are, well, sort of softer plastic. Again, I don't know what kind of a pelt this is supposed to be. Something from the Orc world, I guess, that he killed. Same thing with the other figures, too. Tight articulation. Extra paint on here. We can see all of the extra wash that is on this figure. Oh, he's got the pipe going to the inside, going to his body. Wow. Shit. So literally, his body is powering his orc robotic arm. Someone in the chat explained to me how that works. Someone explained to me how the orc body is powering his arm. And you can see how much, it actually looks really cool. The skin, as well as how it's grafted in there. Wow, they really did a good job on this. And I'm sure that this is how the miniature looks. But for an early figure, they did really good job on this figure. Especially the paintwork on this arm as well. This looks really cool. I like that. Face sculpt is great. Definitely the most orcish of the three that I have. And the most orcish looking. I think if we got orcs like this in the entire first run, they might have sold incredibly well, but I can guarantee you this, they definitely would have sold way better than they did. And then he's got a torso crunch, and then this piece is all attached on here as well. It looks like this is all together on one piece as well. Oh, maybe not. How is this attached? I guess this is attached on his body? No, this can come off. So you can have your orc shirtless, or it's not even a shirt, he's peltless, I guess. His cloak. Maybe get some soft goods on him. But he looks really cool. Now getting him in here with some of the other orcs, he's definitely taller. Look at the size difference. He's definitely a bigger orc. 100%, dude. 100%. Definitely bigger. He's heads and shoulders bigger than the standard commando orcs. So this is what we should have gotten, man. This is the orc that we should have gotten. We should have gotten all the orcs like this, right? Multiple squigs, multiple crazy looking orcs with mechanical arms stuffed into their bodies, being powered by their bodies. Like the little puckering of the skin here. This is such a great sculpt. This is a really good figure, dude. Articulation is super tight. No problems at all. The only issue that I have with this figure is this little piece of skin for his elbow. I feel like this is like a skin tag on his arm where his elbow is, right? So he's got a skin tag where his elbow is. But this is definitely, I'm really happy with this. I'm really happy with the squig. We'll see here in a second, but I'm really happy with this orc figure. So cool looking boots as well. We get a articulation, so we get his toe articulation here. We get it on a rocker also. So very cool. I'm really happy with this orc, dude. This thing looks really cool. Let me see what you guys are saying in chat while we put him on the side. We're going to throw the other orcs in here so you guys can see the size difference between him and the other orcs. So yeah, dude, look at, he is definitely the biggest one of the bunch between all of them too. Let's see. It works because the orcs believe it works. That's what I was thinking. Man, that's a sick orc. Him and the Power Claw orc are sick. Yeah, that's the other one I was looking at getting too. He's an orc. It just works. That the power of the Waaagh, the power of color for them. I guess that's how it works. Pain Boy's got that magic on them. Joke aside, Waaagh isn't so powerful. Require a lot of orcs together, all railed up. But if you have that, then yeah, the arm works. He thinks it works, so it works. That's how all their tech works for them, but doesn't work. For the humans or anyone else, it wouldn't. Oh, damn, he's wired. He is taller, dude. He's pretty cool. What's up, Mr. Trickshot? Thank you for joining us, dude. You're getting to see all the orcs that came out years and years ago. But I'll say this, if this orc was what we got originally, then the orcs would have definitely sold better. The commandos, yeah, I just feel like that these were an okay idea, but not for the first run. Definitely not for the first run of the orcs. So he looks awesome. All right, so let's get to the big guy everybody wanted to see. This is our squig. Oh my god. Dude, he is so heavy. Holy shit, he is... Dude, this is the heaviest. This is almost as heavy. Dude, this is as heavy as my NDK. Or nearly as heavy. Wow, dude, this thing is so heavy. This is one solid piece, man. Let me get this pulled back. Dude, this is one solid piece. If I dropped this, I think I would break my piece right now. Then now I can understand why you have to have a flight stand to hold him up. Dude, this is... How many pounds is this? This is definitely like 4 or 5 pounds of just plastic. This is not hollowed out at all. This is not hollowed out. Now I get it. Now I understand. The only thing that I wish is I really wish that he had articulated jaw. Really, really wish that he had an articulated jaw. I think that if he had an articulated jaw, that would send... He doesn't have it, right? No. Oh my god. How do you not have an articulated jaw on the squig? Oh my god. I mean, the sculpt is great. Dude, this thing is so heavy. Holy shit. This is definitely not hollowed out and is unbelievably... Can he stand up? He can. He has to use his tail for leverage, though. But he is one big... huge piece. And then here we go. This is the flight stand. This is a unique looking flight stand too. I don't remember seeing this one. I don't think I've ever gotten this one before. So to give you an idea while I pull out some of the accessories, this is how big it is compared to the orc that he comes with. So yeah, dude, this is unbelievably solid. Unbelievably, it is one big chonky piece of plastic, dude. Like I said, the only thing that I regret with this figure, or I'm gonna point it out, is I really wish that it had an articulated jaw. I don't even care it has an articulated tail. The jaw would have been crazy awesome, dude. I think the Sisters of Battle can create a similar effect to the Waaagh, but on a smaller scale perplexes both orcs and chaos. And Necros. Thorzeed666 says, hence the stand. Yeah, dude. I think that's how their miracles happen. Who needs Godzilla when you have Big Squig, dude? It's crazy. He looks like Orks. Dude, articulated jaw would have been amazing. Oh my god, that's the only problem with it that I say. That's a well-fed squig. Stick a Grot or Krieger in there. Yeah, dude, this is unbelievable how chonky this squig is. The paint is great on it, but it is he did not hollow this out, dude. This is one big piece of plastic here. This is not a hollowed out piece, man. Again, the only thing with this figure is, imagine if it had a articulated jaw. If it had an articulated jaw, man, this would be a sleeper hit for the JOYTOY figures. For something that came out so long ago. Oh my god. Well, the fact that it weighs this much, I don't feel so bad about spending $125 on this now. So, and again, we get it's a little more of a pliable plastic. The saddle that's sitting there, we get a little, I guess, a blowtorch that's sitting on his side or something that he has on his side. And then we can see this is attached on his head for the orc to grab onto. So that's how he's going to control. And these are I guess this is where his feet go. So yeah, so we'll throw him on here. But before we do that, I want to get the orc's accessories out because he comes with a lot. So first thing that he comes with is, and this doesn't spin. I was about to cut my finger trying to spin this like a fidget spinner. Gee, this thing's so heavy. But this is the first thing that he comes with. Let me bring this in. So this looks cool. Nice weathering on it. I don't know. I'm guessing there's two portions of this that he's using as a weapon. This is their version of the chain sword, right? It's got a handle here. It's got a back handle here. Really well sculpted and put together, dude. This is a crazy looking weapon. So that's his first thing. And then this, I'm gonna guess this goes on the squig hog. On the squig, rather. Or is this like a symbol? Where does this go? I feel like this was looking at the box of him. Where does this go? It went on his back side. So, oh, I see where it goes. Okay, so this is kind of like their banner, I'm gonna guess. The S for squig? Is that what that is? Yeah, so that's essentially his banner for his squig. So that is that. Looks pretty cool. Oh, let me bring it out so you guys can see it. But that's the orc. God damn, he's so big. Holy shit. That's the orc banner, essentially sitting on his back of his saddle. And it just fits in there. It's nice and snug. Then he comes with a massive, it almost looks like a revolver in a way. Yeah, it looks like a revolver. This is cool. Good sculpt on it. Again, massive, massive weapons. This is what I wanted to see. This and this. Like, this is a crazy looking motorized, it's a version of a chainsword, essentially. But this and this is what I wanted to see. Like, I want to see this on all of the orcs. Really. Let me get this into focus. There we go. But this is what I wanted to see with them. With all of the orcs. These crazy looking... I mean, this doesn't look that crazy, but this sure as shit does. So, alright, let me move this piece of plastic out of the way. We'll keep our insides here for these boxes. So, alright, so there is the squig. Let's throw his weapons in his hands without breaking anything. So, well, pistol grip hand... This is going to be... Jesus. I'm like afraid of breaking shit, dude. I haven't had the older figures in a long time. Alright, at least they're orcs, so they got really big hands. So there he is with his revolver. Dude, the figure is really good. Really good. Definitely the best orc figure I have in all of my collection. I now want to pick up another one of these figures. Dude. God damn it, dude. This hand, this is like... I'm going to have to heat this up. Yeah, I'm not even going to try. Let me try throwing it on my heater here. So while we're doing the rest of the review on some of this stuff, I'll bring over my McFarlane Orks and have my space heater blast his hand, because I feel like I'm either going to break his hand, the weapon, or I'm going to break my finger trying to do something with this. So I'm going to put this right up against the heater, and we'll get that, heated up. All right, so there's the dude. The squig is still... I didn't work out tonight. I didn't do my work. Actually, I haven't done my workout in like 2-3 weeks as I've been sick. But I feel like you can do Recon Rage. Now I know why he's so strong, or he's in shape all the time. I think he has 2 of these squigs. Dude, this thing is so... it's so heavy. All right, so there's the squig. But I want to bring over the McFarlane Orks so you guys can get an idea of size. I mean, these guys can be used for war bosses, to be honest with you. So here's the first one, right? And again, with McFarlane, these are not bad figures, right? Especially for the point of what these guys would be in your collection, right? We don't have any really big... we don't really have any orcs. So these fit something that we don't currently have. And that's pretty cool. I mean, you can... I would assume that somebody has made a war boss out of these guys before, right? There's got to be like custom McFarlane. Dude, I don't even know if I can get all 3 of them in here. Let me see. I think I can. We'll put the squig in here in a second. But here's the 3 McFarlane Orks. that you can get for pretty cheap right now. So if you're an orc fan, you want to get some pretty cheap orcs, here you go. I bought these a while ago from McFarlane. So these are cool, and they fit a need, because these were really the only orcs I had for the longest time. The sculpt is good. The paint's okay on these. I think when these first came out, these were like $50, dude. 50 to, I think maybe even $60 when they originally came out. They are big and chonky, dude. Big and chonky are these McFarlane orcs. So you can see on here, again, the only thing with these figures that really is missing is the paint, right? He's got some silver paint, but you can kind of give the orcs a pass with McFarlane, because, I mean, this essentially is really what the orcs would look like. Maybe some more color on them, but it's not too bad. And then on the back here, we can pop his backpack in, and that's it. So, again, Neo, for you, especially being an orc fan, you can grab these for pretty cheap, man. So this isn't bad. So this is this dude. Let's grab our other ones. So this is the next one over here, and he's got a massive claw, as well as he has a huge electrified backpack, it looks like, to run his shit. Okay, so there he goes. We can see he's got almost like a flamethrower. It's a combi weapon. So he's got a flamethrower, and he's got, and this magazine definitely does not come out right. No, this is all one sculpt, boys. But this looks cool, and then he's got this electric shooter here. But again, massive orc, and we're gonna bring our our commandos in here in a second, and we're gonna do a comparison. These guys are so heavy too, dude. Yeah, just like the squig, these guys are thick, beefy, and got a lot with them. Oh, by the way, I forgot one of the other orcs. Well, this dude, I think, comes with the face piece that goes here. So he's got this also. I think that's his. It's one of these two. McFarlane, these don't fit that great. That's the problem with it. But he's got that, and then he also has his backpack piece and his orc banner. Right. I mean, the sculpt's solid on them. Just the paint is missing. Thank God it's not a human looking figure, because it would look very bad and odd. Bring it in a little bit closer. But yeah, these are cool looking McFarlane orcs, dude. Especially if you're an orc fan and you are missing out on having some orcs. That is the problem. Yes, or I don't know, not having Articulate Jaw was such a disappointment. Yeah, I know, dude. Right away, dude. Snakebite is his clan. Oh, okay, cool. Snakebites are the orc Amish. They have more beast snaggers than other clans. Hate any technology that's too complicated. Oh, that makes sense. Oil spat big revolver shooter needed me. Oh, dude, it's such a cool looking figure. The opposite of commandos that imitate humies that could do some damage. This is what I've been waiting to see. McFarlane orcs look so good, except the skin is too neon green. Yeah, I agree. Nothing but dark wash and some dry brushing can't fix. I agree, Jacko. Just a shade or two darker. That's one of the things with the McFarlane orcs, or any of the McFarlane figures you see. You see tons of customs and repaints and everything on these figures. So, great looking sculpts. Again, the face guards just don't fit. They don't hold in there. We'll bring in the other orc here. Yeah, I mean, I would almost want to just glue these on here, to be honest with you. Just glue all these parts on here, because there's really no point in not having them on the figure. Like, taking them off is what it is, I guess, from a packaging and transporting standpoint. That's why they did that. But the weapons on these are really cool looking. Again, you can use these for war bosses if you want, really. These are really cool looking, really good looking orcs. So, alright, so let's do a size comparison while the other orc heats up over here. So we'll let's do the squig. Let's see how big these war boss sized orcs are compared to our squig. Dude, it's very disappointing that the jaw was not made articulated. That's the biggest complaint I have with this humongous, chonky plastic figure. So there's our squig and essentially our war bosses. I'm gonna make these my war bosses. So yeah, squig is nearly the same size from a height perspective. I mean, if I wanted to, I can make him taller. But they're both, dude, he's like, to give you an idea, he is as heavy as 2 to 3 of these McFarlane figures. So, all right, so that is our squig in comparison to him. Let's see what our standard orcs are. Also, let's see. I agree. McFarlane are goths, the orkiest orcs. All right, so here's Rot Bilge, who we saw before, and you can see how much bigger. Then again, this is our smallest orc that we have, so you can see just how absolutely massive these McFarlane orcs are. Again, you can get them for pretty damn cheap right now. I would get the Necrons if I could. Actually, you know who sent me one? Let me show him on the stream. Is he over here? Yes. So Mr. Recon Rage was nice enough. He sent me a Necron. This is the first Necron in my collection, too. It's like a McFarlane figure, go figure, but that's okay. So this is the McFarlane Necron. Very cool. I guess this is a chase one? I'm not sure. But this is our McFarlane Necron. This is my first Necron in my collection, so very cool. So thank you, Mr. Recon Rage. Gotta send you out that that chase gene sealer that I got. Alright, so here's Rot Bilge. And then we're gonna grab Waaagh, the commando communication guy. Okay, there we go with that size comparison. And then let's see. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's bring in the squig hog. Or the squig, rather. Let's see. Let's see how big the squig is in comparison to them. Yeah, dude, the squig is huge. And it's so big and beefy. Big and beefy. So, really cool. So far, I like them, to be honest with you. Blake sent over some McFarlane Battle Sisters recently. Such great figures. I saw the pictures, dude. Very cool. That could still be correct size with the orcs, which is ironically funny. Could be. With those McFarlane orcs, absolutely. Alright, so that is Rot Bilge. That is our squig. And now, let's see. I think his hand is ready. He's cooked up enough. My space heater there is really, really hot. So it loosened up the hand. Look at how much it loosened that up, dude. Thank God. Dude, I couldn't even budge his fingers before. I'm so happy I heated this up. I'd be fighting with it now. So this is definitely my favorite orc of the bunch. Let's get him on the squig hog. I don't know how he's going to go on the squig hog without being able to hold anything. There's no pegs on the feet stands here for him. Can he just like sit here? That would be cool if he could. Sort of. Yeah, well, kind of. He's definitely gonna, he's not gonna be able to hold both weapons, so. Shit, I just heated this one up though. God damn it. What am I gonna do? Shit. Alright, we're not gonna put him on. I'll do some pictures later with him holding it, but I literally just heated up his hand. So that's, let me pull the camera back. This squig is so freaking huge, man. But this is the squig with him on the squig. I guess he would go like this, right? A little bit weird, the placement of it. I guess because the squig really should be facing downward, right? Even though there's literally no way this squig would be able to sit like that. Oh, I pulled off the head, but you can see how it's sitting. Oh, man. You know what? This ball joint was frozen. That's why I couldn't move. It should move somewhat, like it wasn't moving at all. So at least I took it off me. I might need to heat this up. Again, these are such older figures. So, yeah, his head is supposed to move somewhat. I wasn't getting any movement out of it whatsoever. So, again, it's very, very odd. He sits on it in a very awkward position-wise. He definitely needs to have, I wish they put some, like, pegs on the foot, his foot stands over here. Even if they had it, it wouldn't fit the peg. You'd have to fit it here, but yeah, I really wish that he would have had some foot pegs. He can't sit on it great. Again, I got both weapons in his hand, so he should be holding on to the squig handle. But yeah, I mean, I'm probably not going to have him riding the squig when I'm having him displayed. I'll probably just have the squig by itself because, dude, the squig, I'm not going to use that flight stand because it's going to look so awkward to have it underneath his jaw. I'll literally just have, like, the squig, like, standing like this in my display. So, and we'll get these his banner of the snake biters. I think snake biters. Oh, I just hurt my finger, dude. This the one thing with the older figures. Oh my god, just blasted the tip of my finger. All right, so here is the squig hog. There is our best looking orc with both of his weapons now in his hands. Very cool. I'm very happy with this one. Very cool looking. Again, if we got the orcs like this originally, these orcs would have sold way better, and we probably would have more orcs now. We probably would have gotten another release of orcs just because of that. Because I feel like these orcs sold so poorly. So poorly. Even the Tau, and they probably made less of the Tau, but the Tau and the Necrons have sold out way before the orcs did. So, all right, so let's get all of our figures in here. We'll do one final shot comparison. We got the squig here. Is he gonna be in? Yeah, he'll still be into the picture. We got Rot Bilge. And we got our communication boys right here. So, again, one of the cool things about these figures that I found out tonight was the sculpts are great on them. The articulation is good. The only problem I have with all of these orcs is the fact that that elbow is so wonky. It literally looks like a skin tag on his elbow. Instead of actually an elbow piece. And the squig is humongous, dude. Absolutely monster sized and really heavy. So I'm happy I picked these up. I want to pick up more orcs in the future once hopefully they do a re-release on them. And hopefully we get some new orcs in the future. So we will see. Alright guys, if you guys like this content, please like and subscribe. Well, actually, let's check the chat really quick to see what's saying. Honestly, I like the orc that rides it, but prefer a pack of smaller squigs instead of that mount. Yeah, I do too. What a superb haul. Great additions to the collection. Thank you, sir. Hopefully, like I said, with Dawn of War 4 coming out soon, we'll see more JOYTOY Orks. In the future, we will hopefully see more of them. So, and again, if Adepticon is on... If it's at 8 p.m. on Thursday, I'll do a live stream of Adepticon if you guys want to join me as I am watching it and seeing what we got for 11th edition. Hopefully we'll get some news on Kaldor Dragor being sent away. So, alright guys. Again, if you guys like this content, like and subscribe. Alright guys, I'm Wraith. I'm out. I'm going to be back on in about 10-15 minutes. I'm going to do some Street Fighter After Dark. I will see you guys then. Alright guys. Later, guys.